Hi there, I'm Megan and I go by Solar Glow Meditations. Tonight we're going to have a distance Reiki session where I have selected some tarot cards to help figure out what the energy and situation is that we're working on. And then I have crystals to match that energy and sort of work through the situation. Before we get started, I do need your consent to work on your energy. So out loud in your head or in the comments section, just agree to receive this energy healing. Yeah, and otherwise, let me know if you guys have feedback, comments, requests, all that kind of stuff. I do read those. I will admit I've not been very good at filling them recently, but we're going with what is being guided towards me right now. So, yeah, I think that's it. Oh, and I do have a premium ad-free option on my channel if you want to become a member. Cheaper than YouTube Premium, but it's a version without ads. I will also post in the comment what crystals I'm working with tonight, as well as the tarot deck if you're interested in any of those, so don't feel like you have to remember them if you really like one. This crystal that we're going to start with is selenite, and it's got hair on it, which means you know I've been using it a lot. This is just a wonderful cleansing stone, and I'll be brutally honest, I feel like the tarot cards are making fun of me a little bit tonight. The first card that we're working with is, if you're familiar with tarot, is death. And this can signify like actual death, but usually it's some symbolic death of something. And generally what it means, it signals the end, but that also means it signals the beginning of something new. And so depending on how you read the card, it can be taken as a positive or a negative, especially depending on how the situation was thrust upon you. Or maybe it wasn't, maybe it was selected. The good news is that with this situation, you seem to be keeping your chin up, which is absolutely wonderful. But that doesn't mean that there aren't still feelings of sadness or grief or mourning for whatever it is this situation was. So as we start to settle in, I want you to just take stock of your body. Where are you at in your body? Do you have a lot of thoughts running through your head right now? So just notice that without judgment. Say thank you for being here and let those thoughts go. You can imagine them being placed on a dandelion wisp and being blown off into the breeze to go be planted back into Mother Earth somewhere and to create a new flower and new life and new energy elsewhere. Good. Your brain's quieted down quite a bit. Now it feels like we've moved down into your heart a little bit. Oh gosh, I tapped into something here. I feel like I've got this moment of wanting to cry, and it's okay to feel those feelings. Just, again, thank them for being here. We're gonna let that go. If that turns into feeling like you need to cry, that's okay. Just let that happen. Let that energy move through you, move out of your body, out of your space. I'm going to be working to move this energy down your heart chakra, down through your solar plexus, and I feel you wanting to get up and go take action. Now is not the time for that. We're going to move down through your sacral chakra, down to your root chakra. From your root chakra, we're going to send this back down to earth. It's going to get sucked down into the center of the earth, where it will be turned back into molten lava and repurposed for use elsewhere. You're doing great. I I could tell that was a tough move, but you're doing so great. Wow, you've done an incredible job of getting to this state of neutral, of peace. Next, I'm going to come in with obsidian. Interestingly enough, your reaction to the situation has been very positive, and that's all good. However you react is perfect in that moment. Oh, are you tired? If you need to fall asleep, that's okay too. The energy will keep working on you even if you fall asleep during this session. The obsidian here is acting as this protector stone, coming into your etheric body to protect this peace in this space that we've just created. Sometimes acting like everything is okay when it's really not is your protective shield, and it looks like it can suck that out of you, like energetically sometimes. So you don't have to do that. You found this calm, this peace, this quiet. We just are going to protect our peace right now. Good. So the next stone I'll be coming in with is lepidolite. Feels like there's been this little bit of like grief and sadness within your space. And it just feels like, you've been misaligned to the situation and whatever it may be. But this ending and this cycle and kind of being forced into fixing it, even if you recognize that outward positivity and the path forward and how to take action, there's still grieving to be had. There's still feelings to be felt. don't know if you'll be able to hear it on the sound of the video, but there is a crow cawing outside of my window right now. Crow is one of my spirit animals, might be yours as well, so you can take this as a sign. The sign really seems to be that Spirit's looking out for you. This is such an interesting reading because I feel this stillness within you, and it's very like level and calm and peaceful, but it's almost like, I almost want to call it like a numbness, like you've reacted to these situations. But sometimes it just needs to have time. And time is such a funny thing. Time is a very much 3D construct. So in theory, because of that, we could lift and shift our entire lives and wake up one day and live on the other side of the world with completely different life and people, and that would be a little shocking. I don't think that happens all too often. Oh, Spirit's sending me shivers for that one. And there's also some belief to be had here. Energy is instantaneous. It moves with you. It can be with you. It transcends time and space, which is why you can watch this Reiki video and still feel the effects of all of this and get the healing and the wonderfulness. But our bodies are very much in the 3D. So even if the energy is instantly there and we feel a certain way about a situation, perhaps this ending that came to be, it seems as though our body still takes time to react and to process. So even if logically and in your soul you know that you are okay, we are in this space of numbness, it's almost as if it takes your body a little bit of time to catch up and process all of that energy, because your body is still very much in the 3D. And so by being here and watching this session and receiving this healing, you're giving yourself the space to feel and process and move through the energy. And so the tendency when you need to process these things is to isolate. I don't want you to do that. And that's hard. You can feel very lonely. You can feel isolated. So what I've got here is some blue sodalite. It's a very good intuitive stone. Ooh. Lots and lots of chills happening over here. My goodness, this energy feels really good. I don't normally suggest doing so unless it's like something that you're already pursuing, but for some reason it just feels good right now. I want to separate your body and your soul, and not in the energetic sense in this session, but just the concepts of those two things. A lot of times when we come to a new situation and ending a cycle, going through this grieving period, even if logically you know you're going to be okay, in your soul you know you're going to be okay, your body still has to process those things. And one of those visceral reactions is to want to go inwards, to isolate yourself from your family, your friends, society, just show up and barely do it. It almost feels like kind of slipping into like a depression, and I don't want you to do that, because I want you to recognize that the signs that you're feeling are processes of your body. They're not processes of your soul. Your soul is you, the essence of you, the feelings of you, and you know you're going to be okay. You know that logically life goes on. Sometimes destruction happens. It gives us the opportunity to, oh, spirit's right in my ear, to rebuild in ways that are perhaps better, more aligned. You know that this situation was misaligned. You still feel misaligned in all of this. And some of that is intuition of going inwards to do the soul searching, but you can't go so far down that you can't come back up. You still need to participate in society, in your life, and sometimes you just have to go through the motions. It's a fake it till you make it kind of scenario. If you do things over and over again enough, you're gonna believe it. I feel this like confidence in you building back up a little bit. I want you to feel that and hold on to that. I know you've found this peace in this quiet meditative space, and that's lovely. But I still want you to hold on to the hope, to the intuition, to the creativity, to the little spark. I see it there. It's there in that corner. And the last stone we're going to work with tonight is this moss agate star. You still need to allow yourself the space to rest and process and grieve. You still need some solitude, you need that space, but don't go so far down that you don't come back up. Take things one day at a time. I love this quote. It doesn't feel quite right, but time heals all wounds. I don't think that's quite right. Time lessens the impacts of the wounds. Just like on your body, if you get a cut, you'll probably have a scab, and maybe that will turn into a scar that maybe will eventually fade. And you might even forget about it eventually, and that's wonderful. But now is the time for rest, to rejuvenate, to realign yourself with your redirection. This ending, what do they say? Rejection is redirection. That's what it is. I love it. I feel that you've come back up in your head a little bit now. So we're going to bring you back down to be heart-centered. This is just taking, you notice where you're feeling, where you're being. If you're starting to feel like a lot of thoughts creeping in, we're going to take that feeling and that energy and we're going to move it down your body, down your neck, down your throat, just till it lands at your heart center. Ooh, I can feel that. We're going to take that feeling, we're going to grow it, just encompass your whole body with your whole essence of your being, your soul, your aura. And to expand that outward until it covers about 3 feet around you on any side. Feel that grief starting to like well up again, and it's okay. Just acknowledge it, allow it to pass. You can send it back down your grounding cord, back down to earth. Put it on that dandelion puff to whisper out into the wind. And I think this is an excellent spot to end this session for tonight. I would highly recommend just taking the time to rest and listen to your body, listen to your mind, listen to your soul, figure out exactly what you need to get back to the essence of you, to where you want to be. Because I know you're going to get there and it's going to be so great. But in the meantime, I hope you take care of yourself, and the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.